This dude is 7-1, second in the country in passing yards, and just came up 126 yards short of a Pat Mahomes record on Saturday. And the dude didn't even start for his high school football program. Yep, at Vandergrift High School in Texas, Drew Mestemaker was the backup for a guy by the name of Braden Buchanan, who's now playing baseball at Baylor. Drew did start for at safety and punter for the Vipers, but the last time he was under center was in 2020 for the freshman B team until this game right here, bowl game last year. We've got footage from the First Responder Bowl back in January where he threw for 393 yards, 3 total touchdowns in a win for the North Texas Mean Green in his first start. He was starting because Chandler Morris left for the portal. Now at Virginia, one of the more under-the-radar transfer portal quarterbacks. And if Mestemaker keeps playing like this, he will be the next in line of Mean Green portal quarterbacks getting it done at the Power 4 level. But the reason that I'm going into old footage is because I had to figure out if, hey, was the performance on Saturday an outlier, or has he been doing this for a minute? And the answer is clear. He's been doing it for a minute, and he's been doing it right away. This is in the bowl game. He's got a little 4 verts concept, vertical route by the head man in the bunch, little another vertical route outside the right hash, and then a little wheel route on the outside. And for a guy in his first start to play with this level of anticipation, this is going to be Tampa 2, and he's going to hit this middle of the field right here with the backer dropping underneath. Not all completions are created equal. For this to be on film in your first start, that's getting it done. No hesitation, ripping the ball. Again, this dude never started in high school. I had a hard enough time as a 5-star quarterback with 3 state titles under my belt, getting used to Tampa 2 timing. This dude's doing it in his very first start. It's not just, hey, I'm a statue in the pocket making throws. This dude's got some playmaking ability. And I'm filming this on October 27th. If you're watching this in January, February, because he's now the new quarterback at insert Power 4 school, this is what would get me the most excited, is he's got some escapability to him too. Bigger guy, but can get flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to hit his dude on a dig route on the top of the screen all the way over on the other side of the field right here. Able to utilize the legs and have some playmaking ability. That's safety from Vandergrift High School, getting it done. All right, but that's last year, Max. I want to see this year, and hey, the film from how he did it in the game versus Charlotte's coming. But I'm watching this Washington State game. For one, because shout out Go Cougs, always got love for the Pac-12. 2, because his head coach Eric Morris. I always want to say Chandler Morris. Eric Morris. Side note, but relevant if you're a college football fan watching this video, we've been talking about how there's so many high-profile jobs open, yet the coaching pool is not very strong. Keep an eye on his head man, Eric Morris, was Cam Ward's offensive coordinator at Washington State, done some good things at North Texas. If some of these Virginia Tech, UCLA, we'll see if they strike out and they get the consequences of, hey, in a normal year, UCLA might be job opening number 4, and this year it might be job opening number 8. Eric Morris is a guy to look out for. But hey, in this Washington State game, and this showed up again in the Charlotte game, Mestemaker has an excellent ability, an excellent feel for window throws. Here they've got little seam route down the middle of the field. It's like a little dig, but almost like a little seek route. Just find space right here in the vacated zone, and then a wheel route by the slot receiver. He's ultimately going to hit this dig, curl, find space route, but I like it because he has a knack for understanding where the corner is, understanding where the linebacker is, understanding where the safety is, and filling the throw right into that empty vacated space. 1, 2, 3, ball. Excellent throw. Check that out again. Look at this timing. Look at this timing. Hanging in the pocket, ripping. He's anticipating that ball. You can't coach that. I mean, you can coach that in the quarterback room, but it's a different ball game out there, live bullets, when, hey, if you're a half second, if you're a tenth of a second off, might be a kill shot for your receiver or might be an interception going the other way. Again, just like the bowl game, playmaking ability comes out. It's alive and well. He's going to get flushed out to this side. Route concept, super unique. They are going to have, and hopefully we can fit it in the breakdown on YouTube, they're going to have this receiver as the outside guy run the slide route to the opposite side of the screen. Don't always see that from if you're an X's and O's junkie like me. It's cool seeing unique ways to get to concepts that have been part of football for decades. But ultimately, you have a slide route and then an over route coming from left to right. He's ultimately going to hit this over route, but the reason I'm highlighting it is, again, the playmaking ability with Mestemaker's legs. Love this. Love this. Yeah, when Chandler Morris left for Virginia in the portal, North Texas brought in a transfer quarterback from Miami to compete with Drew this fall. But the dude held on to the quarterback one spot. You can see why. And then on Saturday, versus Charlotte, sets the school record, 608 passing yards. What worked well, Max? Well, obviously everything. But if you're watching this video, I want to give you a little extra juice. What kind of, what's he doing that's really good? Was it literally just missed tackles and wide open guys? There was a lot of that in this game versus Charlotte. But no, again, his understanding and I guess feel for space is phenomenal. This point man's going to work a little vertical route down the seam. Got another vertical route on the outside, and then this receiver's working a real route. But he has a safety, a linebacker, and a middle linebacker that he has to manage. Look at how tight this coverage is, but how easily he hits this window on time. He's decisive. This showed up. I don't know what that is. This showed up a bunch in this ball game. And the stat that jumps out to me when I'm watching the film, look at that throw again. That's big time. Stat that jumped out to me in this ball game, 13 passes over 20 yards completed. That's absurd. 20 times 13 is what? 360? Is that my math? That's a good day at the office. He had 608 total yards. It's getting it done. It's getting it done. Right here, again, these window throws is what makes him, or what really jumps off the film to me. He's going to have a dig on the top of the screen, bang, and then smaller dig, more of a bender route, and he's ultimately going to hit, again, this slot receiver managing these windows, right? So for me, you kind of have first window here between those backers, second window here between these backers, and then third window backside on the far hash. He does an excellent job finding that first window throw in between both linebackers to the slot receiver. Look at this timing. It's actually second window, my bad, managing the other linebackers. So it was the second window. It wasn't the first. He's managing this backer and this backer. Finding, it's a dangerous drawing right there, folks. Dangerous drawing. Got to be careful with the second window throws. It might look like a private part. Mestemaker, balling, and then a lot of yards after a catch like this. Terrible tackling all day for Charlotte, which find themselves as the number 124th best secondary in the country, 116th. Check that stat, but obviously these stats are not helping their case. But Max, it can't just all be nice second window throws. Don't quarterback nerd out on me. I gotcha. There are other screen passes, dudes being wide open. This is certainly one of them. He's got this receiver blocking. Slot receivers ultimately going to get the rock. Little tunnel screen. They're leaking 3 offensive linemen to block, and this is an absolute house call. What jumps off to me, though, in a game like this, and I'm honestly surprised this doesn't happen more in college football. I'm surprised 600 yards doesn't happen more, because if you come out with the right game plan and you get corners that are a million miles off, just scared for their life, they don't want to give up the big play, they don't want to be on a highlight reel, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more where it's just an utter blitz. You see that in the high school ranks of, so-and-so quarterback throwing for 700 yards. Well, college has more playmakers. Obviously, the defense has playmakers as well, but North Texas clearly had the right game plan today versus Charlotte, and this is as easy as it gets. Showing you this play because, yes, Mestemaker had a great day, but a lot of it is, goodness gracious, the North Texas playmakers got after Charlotte. If dude's going up for 608 yards, I got to show you guys the footage. It's not just a niche game, though. North Texas is a 14% chance to make the college football playoff with the biggest game this year, this Saturday, as the Mean Green hosts Navy in what is a sneaky quarterback matchup. See, I led you guys astray last week saying the Beaupre Bula, Diego Pavia was the most underrated quarterback matchup of the season. That really didn't live up to expectations. I like this one, though. And if you've watched this far, that means you're a college football hardo. Don't sleep on Drew Mestemaker versus Blake Horvath. Two dudes, as you can see on the spider charts. We love ourselves some spider charts here on the Max Brown Show. These guys are playing quarterback at a high level. Very, very high level. The eyes of the nation will be on Denton this upcoming Saturday. Gotta love it.